This is Jeremy and Hector with Dreadnaught, and well, one interesting thing that kind of got us started talking about this, but our local police force has purchased some army vehicles. Now, what would normally cost thousands and thousands of dollars, like hundreds of thousands, possibly even, they got for $6,000. But yeah, it's interesting. And then you were showing me some video of these different robots that I guess the federal government's funding, or DARPA.
DARPA, and it's Boston Dynamics. And then on the internet, if you look up stuff like that, they say, I think Google bought a couple of their projects. But it's pretty crazy to watch those. So if you don't know what Big Dog is, or Wildcat, Cheetah, those robots, I urge you to look them up. Some Terminator shit.
What do you think Google would do with that kind of stuff, though?
I don't know why Google's buying robots.
Like, I know Amazon's got the drones, but that's going to be to deliver packages.
And that could be it. That could be it. I mean, in the future.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool, one of those things to walk up, and I'll put a little picture of one of these things on screen somewhere just to get an idea what we're talking about. But that would be kind of cool, one of those things.
Yeah, but I'm going to plug their clip. You need to watch it, Big Dog.
I'll put a link in the description, too.
Yeah, it's badass, because the way that robot catches itself, the way that it adapts to being hit and not falling and destroying itself, I mean, that's scary, because it's like, if they can do that, they can strap a freaking gun on top of it, send it after you.
That'd be scary. You know, if that thing had a gun on it.
You're running in the woods because you're thinking, okay, I can get away out in the woods and stuff. Well, this thing can go all terrain. You know,
there's ice, snow.
And if they're showing you the videos on television, on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? If they're showing you that stuff, the blueprints of what they have now, that's what's crazy.
Well, those videos are fairly old, right? Like
2008.
I mean, that's in technological standpoint, that's a long time. But yeah, just that kind of stuff. Now, do you know how DARPA is connected to the government? Is it just like some organization that we hired to develop technologies for
weapons, I think. I mean, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I think it is like the technology of better weapons.
Well, it's strange that, like, I'm sure there's some tactical advantages that you could use that type of stuff for, but even on the home front, they're bringing in more advanced artillery. Like, I have a friend that has some family in St. Louis, and they were actually, he got me onto a clip of some tanks going through the local St. Louis area, and I guess they were running military experiments, but seeing that, and then seeing how our own local police force got some military. Yeah,
but also, I mean, but it could be, you know, we're pulling out of the world and coming back. So Obama, you know, said that he was going to bring back all these troops, and all these people are coming back. Could be we're bringing back stuff, and they're just trying to make money.
Well, it seems like they're kind of making us, they're kind of making these things common thing. That way, when you do see them, you don't get alarmed. Like used to when I was a little kid, you seldomly saw these military type vehicles. Now there's one being stored close to where I work at even. It's just sitting there on a trailer. Hasn't been there very long, but
people are buying them too, though.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They're becoming more common. So you think it's because we have spare? There's a surplus of these types of things.
Yeah, when I was younger, I remember I went somewhere like a swap meet type of place, and there was a trailer full of nothing but Hummer tires. And what the guy told me was that they ran them like 50 miles, and then they just popped them off, slapped new tires on, and then, you know, every 50 miles they were taking them off, slapping them on, and then this guy was selling them for people to put on their vehicles and stuff.
One of my friends was telling me that you couldn't even get Hummers really until, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the one who started pioneering the civilian use of Hummers. Yeah. He's really big into Arnold. But yeah, it's just interesting, all the new type of technology that's going around and what's capable with it. But even like Amazon implementing drones and what we've seen drones be used for, like these technologies are becoming more commonplace. I just think it's interesting. We're being eased into it slowly. We're just seeing these little things here and there. And I mean, they brought tanks into Boston when that bombing happened and stuff like that. They literally shut that city down. I mean, they can do it. They've done it on a large scale on one of the biggest cities in the United States.
LA.
That's true.
Katrina, you know, down that's not a city, but you know what I'm saying, down there, they shut the place down in Louisiana. I mean, it's gonna happen, folks.
And now a lot of local places are getting military vehicles. I guess cracking down on us. We're getting a little rambunctious. Well, you think that's it, or do you think it's just because there is a surplus? Do you think do you think it's because we're getting rambunctious, or do you think it's because there's a surplus, or maybe a little bit of both?
I'd like to say that there's a surplus, but I think that that's just the illusion.
Because people are crazy as shit
right now, dude.
A lot of crazy stuff.
In the news, you read it all the time. Like, I read a girl got almost beaten to death jogging by herself somewhere. You know, the deputies, the people that are holding the prisoners, they're getting busted for drugs and assaulting inmates and you know, sodomizing them and shit like that. You know, cops are getting arrested for getting drunk and waving pistols around at their spouses and their kids and putting it to their heads and having their buddies that are on the force,
hey,
you know, come bail them out, and that's messed up.
Peeping Tom, police officers. I mean, you go down the people that are supposed to be protecting us are doing the whole gamut of like any crime you can think of. There's probably a story where a cop did it. You know what I'm saying? So the people that are supposed to be like protecting us, they're doing the same corrupt stuff, and they're probably getting caught. Not as much as like your average person would. I think a cop probably would get away with it just because they would know what they were going to be looking for.
Yeah, I'm talking about cops.
Yeah, that's a whole touchy subject, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm just talking about what's in the news. But,
yeah, the news. Fuck the news. It's depressing.
It's crazy. And the whole false image that people try to put up too. Like one thing that we create this false illusion, like you've seen the picture of Nicki Minaj's new album, right? Where she's got her big old booty right on the front.
Big old booty.
I think it's called, is it Anaconda or something like that? Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying. But anyway, there's a lot of controversy over it. But there's pictures of the pre-Photoshop version of the photo shoot. Nicki Minaj isn't a bad-looking woman, although she looks completely different before and after surgery. Look into that if you're interested. But they photoshopped her body. Now she's an attractive woman, but even she needs Photoshop. Like she isn't good enough for her own album cover. Like doing stuff like that, they're just making like this false illusion on reality. Like girls don't actually look like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We keep wanting the best and the best thing.
Fake.
Shit, I mean, it is though, dude, it is. But, like, we keep moving the tier up and up and up, but now we're starting to shoot after stuff that's not even real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People don't even really look like what's in magazine. Like, that's not achievable. We're creating that image. It's not even real. Like, the most beautiful women in the world aren't beautiful enough. How hilarious is that? You can get the most beautiful woman in the world, and I bet even if she was going to be in a magazine, they'd still Photoshop her, you know what I'm saying? How crazy is that? That's nuts. Not even the most beautiful woman in the world is good enough. She can be made slightly better. That's crazy idea.
The bionic woman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because then you could just put in like new measurements and stuff. So like a woman, you could just tweak the measurements. Whatever's hip, like if booties were hip one year, you just program like a Kim Kardashian booty.
No. Okay, that's good.
No, but this could go down a rabbit hole too. So, but see, like that society that we're creating that false illusion of, like, it gets like people are like we're so crazy the social dynamic. Like online is the best. Like if you pull back and you kind of like analyze the internet, that is really a good summation of like how people actually are in general, you know? Like, and the stuff that people are putting online. Like, I guess now we are looking at some news story where it's popular to put rubbing alcohol on yourself, then light it on fire, and
Fire challenge.
try to put it out online.
We're gonna do it.
At the end of the video, keep watching. Keep watching. But, anyway, people are getting like second, maybe third degree burns from this, and it's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really crazy. I mean, we're putting this on the internet.
Like, yeah, we want attention too. I guess we all just want attention.
We want our 15 minutes of fame.
It's true.
In the spotlight.
Attention whores. as one of our old friends used to say.
Yeah.
No, but like, see, that's the but no, but see, here's the crazy part, dude. Even somebody like that DuPont guy, that you know, arguably one of the richest men in the world, definitely in the top 1% of incomes. He molested his children, right? His like 3-year-old daughter and an older child as well. I don't know the age on that one. He has access to virtually anything on the planet, right? If he wants funding put towards something, he could put it towards that and be able to, if he wanted to find a cure for something or like some kind of disease, like he could probably advance medicine in that direction as far as anyone could on the planet. He has access to virtually anything. Anywhere he wants to go on the planet, he can go at any time. I'm sure he has his own private plane. Like, you literally have access to anything, but you still do something like that to your child. Like, see, that's what's weird. Like, when you have, like, even if you have that much, you'll still, like, what drives a person to do something like that? Like, do you think, is that human, just like a flaw of humanity? Like, even when you have access to everything, like, that's still not enough. That you do that to your own, like, see, that's, I don't know. I guess I'm at a loss for words with that. But,
Yeah, I don't know.
even with access for everything, people still do some crazy shit. But, yeah. I guess that's another episode in the books. Hope you liked it. Hit us up on Facebook. We got a webpage, dreadnaughtlegion.com. Hit us up on there.
No, you got a webpage?
Yeah, dude. We got a
Shit,
webpage.